I can't believe it's been 10 years since I started woodworking. And looking back, I can honestly say it started as a kid. My dad would have some old wood boards lying around in the garage, and I would grab them. I would grab a handsaw and just start cutting stuff and putting stuff together. My grandma also would buy me old Legos at like garage sales, and obviously they didn't come with instructions, so I would have to build stuff if I wanted. One year, I remember I built the X-Wing fighter out of spare Legos. I thought that was pretty cool. But really, I got into woodworking in 2015. I bought a table and at a furniture store, and I thought it was a very nice table. But a year later, I wound up throwing it out just because it was falling apart. And that's when I realized that most furniture stores, well, not most, but at least a lot of the main stuff that's out there, it's not real wood. It's like particle board. So I said to myself, let's pick up some tools at the big box store and let's build a table. And obviously, like most people, I bought pine wood. I didn't know much about wood back then. But for what it was a good table. Obviously, looking back, I can point out a lot of mistakes I did, but it taught me a lot. And now I'm making stair renovations. There's definitely some tools I would still like to get. For example, I don't have a bandsaw. I'm in the market for one, so if anyone has any recommendations, any brands that they've used, I would greatly appreciate it. I've had the track saw, the Festo track saw, for a while now, and that's definitely helped me when I've needed to break down some wood. As you can see here, this is the old staircase. It has that very 90s look to it. The old 90s, as my kids would say. As in most projects, the demolition is probably the easiest part. I think the hardest part from this project was definitely just figuring out the math. Once you figure out the math, it was definitely a lot easier. I remember in grade school when I was learning fractions and decimals, I would tell myself, how is this ever going to help me in life? Boy, was I wrong. I've met some people that have told me that they don't like doing trim work, and I don't know why. I love trim work. Obviously it does take a lot of precise measurements, but man, it just really adds a nice touch of elegance to walls, to ceilings, anything really. It's like it's like the cherry on top. If you ever get into stair renovations, please, I highly recommend a laser level. It really, really made everything a lot easier. Throughout the years, I've also learned about different finishes. I remember when I first started, I was using a lot of polyurethane and lacquers. Well, the lacquers, stuff stinks. And I never really liked that yellowish look it would have at the end. Same thing with the polyurethane. And when I first came across Ruby Monaco, it was through a YouTube channel. I can't remember whose it was, but I remember I was like, what is that? And why is it so easy to apply? But overall, I mean, there is some stuff that I'll paint, and I have used lacquer even recently, but well, mainly this is the stuff that I love using. Ruby Monaco. That's just stuff. The stuff is just amazing. Here I'm just dry fitting the banisters, but I did add some adhesive to them. This is the adhesive that I used. This tool, this is a very neat tool. I found on the TikTok shop, believe it or not, and it's one of those tools that just does what it says it's gonna do. It's very helpful in this project. And this is the final product. I went from that very old 90s look to a very modern look, keeping a very natural tone of the wood with the black accents. And I also did some floating shelves you'll see at the end, and I'll post a video about those later. And that's it for this one. Thanks for watching.